Hey everyone, Rob here from Gunfather Milsim. Today I'm bringing you a gun review, the EMG Daniel Defense licensed CYMA Platinum Gearbox Daniel Defense Mk18. That's a lot, that's a mouthful. I bought this to replace my CQB gun, my ICS Captain that I've had for 7 years. It finally died. In my opinion, it's not worth the money to fix it. So I'm just gonna turn it into a training weapon for work, just for doing demos and stuff. And I purchased this, a new M4. Now, you might be asking, why, Rob, did you buy a Daniel Defense Mk18? All this beautiful cheese grater rail space. This is pretty old school. Now everybody uses M-LOK. Well, it's because this is the exact same gun that I use on duty at SWAT, Daniel Defense Mk18. I've had that rifle for years. I love it, so it is near and dear to my heart, even though it was old school. And I said, you know what, I want to make one just like what I use at work. Now first, let's talk about EMG. EMG is Evike Manufacturing Group. I have a lot of mixed feelings about Evike. First off, I like buying affordable airsoft stuff like everybody else, but also over the years I've noticed that their in-house products are usually pretty shitty. So I had a lot of mixed feelings about buying this gun, but it has a CYMA Platinum gearbox, which I had really good luck with my SR25, and has the QBS system, the quick buffer system that lets you switch out the springs really quick, which is ideal. So if it has that gearbox in it, how bad could the externals really be? At least that was the theory. These are usually about $320 online. Evike had a special on them. It sat in my cart for a while and I didn't buy it. I think they just sent me the deal because of that, and it ended up being $280, so I got $40 off. Okay, I'll pull trigger. So let's talk about the externals. First thing, this is a Daniel Defense licensed gun. It comes with this little card from Daniel Defense, Certificate of Authenticity. Great. I'm not a big guy on trades, but if you are into trades, I put this next to my real world Daniel Defense Mk18, and it's spot on. Okay, the rail is exactly the same. The trades in particular are exactly the same. The only exception is the serial number starts with EMG on the airsoft gun. Other than that, it's spot on. The actual rail, Daniel Defense has a unique kind of dark brown color that they use for their rail systems. If you order the brown version of this, it's actually a kind of a light brown. And it's that way on purpose. So Daniel Defense knows when they see a real Daniel Defense rail versus the replica they put on this. I got the black one just to not mess with it because I think the black looks sharp. But other than that, everything else about it is true to the real Daniel Defense Mk18. Now, of course, we know it's an airsoft replica and it's not going to be a real world quality Daniel Defense Mk18. It is a high quality replica. I think that's the best way to put it. As far as the sights go, it comes with these very nice flip up front and rear backup sights. They're pretty sturdy, they look good, they appear to work good. I don't know what else to say about them. There's nothing really special about the externals on this beyond the aesthetic as far as features go. It doesn't have electric blowback, which is fine. I can't stand electric blowback. It doesn't have an ambidextrous safety. It only has it on one side. I actually prefer that because it's one less thing I got to take apart when I disassemble the gun. So I prefer kind of a simple AEG design on an M4. Comes with this mid-cap magazine. Works, feeds fine. Appears to be, if it's not PTS Syndicate, it's a very good clone of a PTS Syndicate. Let's talk about the flash hider. It comes with the orange flash hider, of course, because I bought it from Evike, and it is plastic and it is pinned in place. I don't know why they pin it in place. I wish they wouldn't. It's probably glued as well. I'm going to remove that as soon as I'm done filming this video. Because it's recessed a little bit in the rail system, to do it correctly, I'm probably going to have to remove the rail system. Just like a real Daniel Defense, I got to remove these 6 goddamn screws. These things are a pain in the ass to remove, but they are very sturdy. And once I get that off, I'll remove that. It didn't come with a black flash hider, a metal one. I wish it had. Didn't. Shit out of luck. Okay, the pistol grip is kind of a Magpul style pistol grip. It's got kind of rubbery texture on it. It's good. Not sure what else to say about it. The stock is a airsoft stock. It's a one used commonly by CYMA or CYMA, whatever you want to call it. On their guns, it's crane stock. It's got great battery space. This is not a Daniel Defense replica. The Daniel Defense stock is good. It's not great. It's no better than a Magpul stock. I've had one for 7 years on my team gun. The rubber's fallen off it. It's kind of fallen apart. So it's not a big loss for me that it's not a Daniel Defense replica. And if they did do a replica, it would probably be crap. So I'll go with this one to have the extra battery space. These are pretty standard. You see these everywhere. This is pretty tight, I need a tool. But basically this compartment opens up in the back. There it goes. There's plenty of room for any sort of battery you want, crane style battery, whatever. It does come wired to Deans, which is more common lately. I believe a lot of the EMG guns are designed or set up for Deans, and the wiring is very high quality. It comes with a sling plate. This is the kind of sling plate I prefer, so I like that. Real quick, let's talk about the factory hop-up unit. It came with this one. Obviously, I've switched it out. But this isn't a bad hop-up unit. It's a metal hop-up unit. Appears to have a good bucking. My understanding is a 6.03 Type bore barrel. It is brass, which is fine. It's common in new guns. It's got the spring on the front, so you got good kind of tension pushing back against the air nozzle. That'll theoretically give it a good seal. I shot it in the backyard. It worked. It put backspin on the BBs. It was shot very consistently. So I have no reason to think this is not good and it wouldn't last a very long time. However, I had a max hop lying around from my last gun and I just threw it in there because I like the max hop. But I have no indication this thing is bad and it wouldn't last a very long time. So that brings us to the QBS system, which stands for Quick Buffer System, that CYMA has on all their gearboxes or all their Platinum gearboxes. I love this system. It's actually why I bought this gun. Basically, you got your castle nut here. I did have to use the AR wrench to get this loosened earlier, but now it's nice and loose. I turn this here. There's the back of your stock. And right there, that's where your spring's at. Just loosen up that. What I like about this system is not only is it easy to change your spring quickly in and out, it makes it easier to disassemble the gearbox so the spring is out of there. There's no tension, so it's not going to explode when you open it up. And also, if you're just a little bit over the limit for a field, you can unscrew this a little ways and it'll lower your FPS ever so slightly, so you can really fine-tune your FPS using that QBS system. I really like it, and I want to have it on like every gun from here on forward, at least every M4. So that's it for the externals. Overall, I'll give it a C+. It's about what I expected. I was hoping for a little bit better. It is what it is. It's Evike. Moving on. Let's talk about the internals. Now, Evike makes this gun, or EMG makes this gun, with several different internals. I purchased the one that has the CYMA Platinum gearbox. Why? Because I had really good luck with CYMA Platinum with my SR25, best gun I own, and I really wanted this QBS system, which we've already discussed. I took it apart last night because I can't leave any of these guns together without taking them apart, and I was pleased to find that the gearbox is excellent. It's exactly what I expected to see from CYMA Platinum. The gears are very high quality. The gears do say EMG on them. I'm assuming they get that put on there from the factory before they put it together. But it does appear to be a totally CYMA Platinum gearbox. The piston is of high quality. It's plastic with a full metal gear rack. It has a double O-ring on the piston head. The cylinder head also has a double O-ring. The seal was excellent with one exception, that being the air nozzle. But without factoring in the air nozzle, the seal felt phenomenal. The whole gear, it's just very good. Now, the air nozzle. It is complete and total garbage. I don't know why. It's really cheap. Doesn't have an O-ring in there. I don't understand why CYMA uses this particular air nozzle. I replaced it on my SR25 as well. I replaced it on this one while I was there. I didn't have an extra O-ring air nozzle, but I just put a different air nozzle that kind of had a tighter seal. I'll probably replace it with something better in the future. The MOSFET, it comes with a CYMA trigger MOSFET. It appears to work very well. I was running 11.1, shot it for a couple minutes in the backyard. I've heard people say that they fried out this MOSFET with 11.1. We'll see. Thus far, the trigger response is very crisp, and I don't have any problems with it. So, as far as the internals go, overall, I give them an A. It's exactly what I expected. It's CYMA Platinum standard. It's very good. So, overall performance of the gun. Pretty limited experience thus far. Once again, just shooting in the backyard for a couple minutes. Did chrono at 377 FPS, plus or minus 3 with 0.2 gram BBs. With an 11.1 LiPo, it shot 23 BBs a second, which is fast, not amazing, but I should play mostly semi-auto, so I don't care. The motor, I forgot to mention the motor, is just a standard CYMA motor. It's very torquey. It appears to be of fairly good quality. I'll probably replace it eventually, but I'm not in a big hurry to. I don't need more rounds per second, and honestly, it appears to be pulling this spring just fine, which is about the FPS limit I want to be in the high 390s. So that is it for the EMG Daniel Defense Mk18 with CYMA Platinum internals. You have no idea how tired I'm saying that, but it's a mouthful. It is a very good gun. Overall, I like it, especially for the price point. This is going to be my new CQB gun. Why? Because there's a new CQB place that opened up near me, finally, near me in Omaha. It's called Panoramic CQB. More on that to come. I'm going to do a little more reviews of their field, go out there and actually get some more playtime. But the experience I have thus far with the owner is very good. It's a great place, and he's all about bringing Airsoft CQB to the Omaha area. So get out there and support that business. So that's it for the review. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell. You guys know how YouTube works. Better yet, support my content by buying some merchandise. Go to my store, DicioTactical.com. That's my website. That's my company. If you go there, you can buy Gunfather Milsim patches, look like that, in a variety of colors. Also, you can purchase any number of a wide variety of tactical slings that I make, like this one right here, which is my Elite Bungee 1-to-2 conversion sling. Excellent sling. Obviously, I'm biased. Try one out. See what you think. Thanks for watching.